Y'all remember whenever I used to go live all the time when I was at my chiropractor? Do y'all remember that? I feel like, I don't like talking about this because I feel like it invites nastiness into my home. So we're going to do a lot of praying and a whole lot of other stuff after I tell this story, because I don't like telling it at all. I don't like discussing it. And as stated before, please be respectful and let's not bring it up on future live videos, okay? Let's not bring it up at all. But now, I used to see a chiropractor all the time. I'm going to refer to his name as Dr.Devil. There is now, which it probably expired already, an order of injunction. I used to go live on this page every time I would get adjusted. My kids would get adjusted too. A lot of you guys went to go like his Facebook page after I went live. One time I went live and he got over 1,000 likes in he grew about 1,000 likes in a few hours. It was crazy. That doctor was into some dark-ish, man. Some dark-ish. And he did something to my husband. And every time he would get this organ massage done, I noticed something was not right. I didn't know what it was, but it wasn't right. I got it done. Remember whenever I completely shut down social media, I went through severe bullying on here, on Facebook. Severe. Made me sick. Really sick. And messed up my gut bad. Messed up my gut bad. Well, anyways, I would projectile vomit. After I would eat, I would always vomit, and it was so bad. Well, he cured that through organ massages. So then, you know, I'm talking to him about my husband who has issues with his gut health, and an organ massage was performed on my husband. Okay? The first time, I noticed an immediate difference, and something wasn't right. I don't know what it was, but something wasn't right. Oh no. Hold on. I'm trying to block this guy, but I don't think it's... Oh yeah, there we go. It's going to work. So I told him, don't do it no more. But the doctor kept doing it, and at one point, I even told the doctor, I don't know what's happening. Can you please not do it on my husband anymore? Because I see a difference. There's something's going on. You weren't with me. And you weren't with me. And you were still going to do it. And I tried to get him to stop. Well, he kept doing it. At a later date, after seeing this doctor for many months, give me 2 empty ones. After seeing this doctor for many months, one night, he messages me, and he would always give his number. Like, this guy was a very open doctor, a chiropractor who believed in shamans and would travel around the world and whatever. He was a very egotistical man, but I never looked at it that way. I looked at it, oh my gosh, he's a healer. Oh my gosh, he's amazing. Tyrese, this is not the place, dude. This is not the place. You know, whatever. Anyways. So one day, and he would give his number to other people, right? I don't think I had ever messaged him or whatever. Did I ever message him? I don't think I did. No, because at one point, I think something happened and he wanted to check on our family one time. Like I'm telling you, my whole entire family would go see him. And so, anyways, one time, he messages me, and long story short, he was asking for a switcheroo. I didn't understand what that meant. Long story short, he wanted to have sex with me, and he wanted his wife to have sex with my husband. I didn't realize this until like a couple minutes we were texting, and then when I realized it, I'm like, don't ever contact me again. Like, do not ever contact my family, da-da-da-da-da, whatever. Anyways, it was like this big old thing, and he was trying to guilt trip me, like, after everything I've done for you, you can't look over this one mistake, you can't da-da-da-da-da, acting like he did so much for us. And I'm like, dude, every time we went to the chiropractor, I would pay. He didn't give us free services. What do you mean everything you did for us? What? Like, you are...
It's your job, bro.
You're performing a job, and I'm paying for it. So what the freak do you mean? You know, and just like a predator, to make the victim seem like something's wrong with me, that I think I never want to speak to him again, or I can't overlook this one insight. That effed me up. I went to the police. I showed them these messages from this doctor. I went to court. Oh my gosh, do you guys, if y'all watch me on my jewelry page, do you remember that butterfly that I took forever to try to find, that silver butterfly, that the other night? It was like a few days ago. I was looking for this silver butterfly, and the reason why is that silver butterfly, the day that I went to court to go get an order of injunction, it's like an order of injunction is like a restraining order, but because I was never married to this person, and because I don't have kids with this person, it's not called a restraining order. It's called an order of injunction. I was wearing that ring to court whenever I went to court. I was wearing that ring, and what's crazy is the judge was wearing this really big brooch that had a butterfly on it, and it looked like the ring that I was wearing. So when I seen it, I was like, oh my gosh, like I felt like this, I needed to wear this butterfly ring on purpose. And she had told me that and I feel like I could tell that she had gone through something as well. And she says, we cannot allow people in positions of authority to, how did she say, like, oh God, to exercise something, or I don't know how she said it. I don't remember how she said it. But it just made me feel like, oh my gosh, she's gone through something too. And she literally shook my hand. The judge wanted me to get close to her, and she shook my hand and told me how proud she was of me for standing up, you know? And it's embarrassing and it's uncomfortable. And I've been sexually assaulted before by a married man, you know? And so to be asked to give sexual favors to another married man, whenever I've already been through ish before, and whenever I was oh God, I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, it was bad. I'm telling you, and this was before my husband started having seizures. I don't remember who I told, but I was like, dude, every time he's doing these organ massages, it feels like he's putting seeds in my husband's belly. Like, I don't know what he's doing, but there's something happening in my husband, blah, blah, blah. After that doctor was served paperwork and the order of injunction was granted, and he cannot contact me ever, or he'll go to jail. Indirectly and directly, he can't contact me. But as soon as that was served, I want to say a few weeks later, then my husband starts, no, not a few weeks later. Was it a few weeks later? No. Sometime my husband is going through a whole lot of psychological changes, you know? Like, so much is going on. Then in July 5th, he starts having seizures. And everything pointed back to this doctor. We've been to the hospital so many times, dude. Every time there's a test done, nothing ever shows anything. Everything looks perfect. Every x-ray, every MRI, everything looks like normal. Nobody can figure out why he's having seizures. And it's like, how do you explain? I swear to God, this doctor did something to my husband. And everything that we carry is in the gut, okay?
Forced me to stand in the person.
Yeah.
That, that's like the main thing when I started having my seizures. Like I was constantly in a depressed mood. Like, man, nothing to do with you, nothing. It was just constantly in a depressed mood for no reason.
I know. I feel like he was controlling, whatever he did was controlling your mind. But let me show you. Everything, and this is, y'all need to hear me when I say this, I swear to God. Our trauma is in our gut. What I believe he did was release all the trauma that my husband had stuffed inside of him and released it. And it came out in a physical form. This is my unprofessional, like, healer, diagnosis, whatever, okay? I believe that all that trauma that was emotional manifested into physical. And he was very egotistical whenever he would work on my husband. And how crazy is that? That every time I got an organ massage, I was healed. I was healed. When he got it, bad things would happen, right? How crazy. And then a few months later, he asked me to have sex with him, and then he was like, oh, you don't need to, you don't need to, and if he doesn't want, he said, if your husband doesn't want to have sex with my wife, then it could just be me and you. That's what he said. So I feel like, wow, now every time I went, this mother sucker was grooming me. Grooming me. I had my kids in there, you know? My kids were getting adjusted by this doctor. And I know he's the reason for my husband's seizures. I know. So, me being... Oh, it's right here, baby. I was not going to accept that this is going to be the rest of our lives. Hell to the no. I'm not going to sit there and accept that all of a sudden a grown man who looks relatively healthy all of a sudden has seizures out of nowhere. And they wanted to put him on medication, and they did for a little bit. They wanted to put him on medication they couldn't figure out what the reason was. So let's just give you some anti-seizure medication and stop it. Bro, bump that. No way. No way. So he was on Keppra for a little bit of time, and that made him much worse. And the side effects were much worse. One time, and he would have his seizures are back to back. So they're like cluster seizures. Whenever he has one, he always breaks through his seizures. He always breaks through his seizures, okay? So he'll have a seizure, and then maybe 1 to 4 hours will pass by, and then he'll have another one. 1 to 4 hours pass by, another one. Like he can like it will happen all day until I take him to the hospital and they give him medication to stop it, right? So I can't tell you how many like we would go to the hospital twice a month. There's been so many times I've called 911 because I can't get him. Like, he has grand mal seizures or tonic-clonic seizures. So it's his whole entire body. I mean, eyes rolled back in the back of his head, violent convulsions. One time there was blood coming out of his nose. I mean, and a lot of people, there's just a lot of things that happen when you have seizure. He completely stops breathing. One time, this was at the beginning of COVID, or like sometime during COVID, and at one point we weren't allowed in the hospital. You believe it, Crystal? Oh, I swear to God, he did something. Oh, he was probably into some dark magic, without a doubt. Nobody can convince me otherwise. And every time I've told this story, well, supporters already know. And they truly, like, they were with me through some crazy times, okay? But like, I've seen an acupuncturist and she believes it wholeheartedly. There's my husband, he's being treated naturally with seizures, okay? Naturally. We do what's called biofeedback, and it's crazy because remember how our bodies are all frequencies. Biofeedback works off of frequencies. The person who works on my husband lives in Phoenix, and she literally can tell me what's wrong with Vonnie, like from that far away. This machine is a $20,000 machine. I need to buy it. I've been like, ugh, I need to buy it, but and I've saved enough money where I can buy it. But that's also why I work so hard, is because F that. I'm gonna make sure that I help my family and cure them of whatever it may be. And if this machine is going to help him, then damn it, so be it. You know? Anyways, my husband, ever since we started biofeedback, he went a whole 2 months without any seizures. Okay, 2 months without any seizures. That, more than that. That is more than any doctor can ever say. Even, and now he'll have like seizures maybe once a month. And what's crazy is I would ask these doctors, please give me a rescue medication, because I don't want him on any anticonvulsants. Like, that is going to make him worse. I know. My daughter was on it. I'm not speaking out of, oh, this medication is bad. I've lived it. My daughter, who has had, you know, she's been on 9 different seizure medications. She's been through hell and back. Like, I know what it does to the body, and it kills the liver, and it causes so many other issues. You're never going to get healed taking medication that is damaging to the body. Now, will it be controlled? Sure, it might be controlled. And it took years for my daughter's seizures to be controlled with anticonvulsion medication, but that took years. And even then, when she was on seizure medication, she would still have breakthrough seizures like 3 to 5 times a week. Now him, they're trying whenever I would take him to the doctors, because I didn't have a rescue medication, they wouldn't give it to me. So every time he had a seizure, I would have to take him to the hospital. And they would give him Ativan, but they wouldn't give it to him unless he had a seizure and they could look at it and confirm, oh yeah, he has seizures, even though he has a record and all of that. All he needs is something to stop the seizure from continuing to happen, and then we can take care of it. But they wouldn't do it. So you know what the freak I did? I took matters into my own hands, and I'm not going to say anything else. But now I have rescue medication. So the last couple months, whenever he has had seizures, I give him the rescue medication here at home, and I don't take him to the hospital no more, and he stops having seizures. And so when I talk about valerian root being so powerful, that is how I'm controlling my husband's seizures now, is with valerian root. It's with passion flower. It's with sea moss. It's with these dietary changes. We don't eat meat. He doesn't eat dairy. Like, very rarely will he eat dairy. He doesn't eat processed foods. Like, our whole thought process on food, and bump that. If this doctor can do something as powerful as that, even more so do we need to protect who we keep around in us in our circle. That's also why whenever I would get all kinds of negativity on my videos, and I'm already dealing with so much negativity in my real life, I don't want to go live like publicly, you know? This is also why I have my subscription, because it's for me and my peace of mind. Because I'm sure, you know, there's been so many people I've had to block from this live, and I'm probably sure so many others. It's hard for me when I'm already mentally trying to hang on by a thread, because I see the love of my life changing and having these horrible seizures, and I'm always like, is this seizure going to be the last seizure that takes him out? He has had a seizure at the hospital, hit his head, had 2 brain bleeds, had to be flown out to Phoenix to Barrows because of his seizures. And these doctors just want to say, well, we don't know what's going on, da-da-da-da-da. F that. I rebuke all sickness. I rebuke this doctor. I keep all type of negative people away from me. I need help in my jewelry business. I need to be resting, not working right now. But I am so nervous of who I bring into my home to be around my family. I take pride in my jewelry business, and it's a very successful one. And this jewelry that I'm touching, it's going into packages and going to y'all's houses. I'm careful about the energy that I bring around my products because I don't want energy attaches to everything. Energy attaches to everything. So my energy is going into y'all's packages. I don't want someone stink around here. I am desperate for help, but I am not so quick to bring people around when energy affects us that bad. That's why I'm saying, for the lady that asked me, how do you control stress? Well, damn it, I'm having a hard time controlling my stress level right now. But what I'm not going to do is put myself around people that can bring my mood down or negatively affect me. I am on a self-healing journey, and I am on a journey where I am like, damn, everything we've been taught in schools, everything we know as it is like a lie. It's crazy. Once you go down that rabbit hole, it's like you can't go back out. It's like you realize that this world is like a real life matrix. And once you take that, what is it, the red or the blue pill? It's like you see this world completely different. Well, I've taken that pill and I am like, what the freak is going on? Why am I here? This life is crazy. I'm just trying to survive at this point and live a happy life and be the highest version of myself. But damn, it's some ish. So let me tell you, those teas that I unboxed in my previous video, the alkalinegoddess.com, she is the truth. Her Facebook page is Crystal Alkaline Doula, okay? Y'all go follow her. If y'all want to know the truth about everything, go follow her, okay? Crystal Alkaline Doula. It's with a K, Crystal Alkaline Doula, okay? Her teas are on the alkalinegoddess.com. So if you guys wanted to order teas, there is a section on her website that says what tea is for me, okay? And you're going to see all the teas. She has teas for pregnant women. She has teas for people who haven't been able to get pregnant. You're diagnosed with PCOS. You're diagnosed with, a lot of these things are caught PCOS from our food. Babies aren't born with PCOS. How is it that you get it later on in life? It's because all this food, the meat, if you have heavy periods, stop eating meat, stop eating sugar, boom. Like, your periods are going to change. It's crazy how all of what we feel is in the food we eat, but we're not taught that way. We're taught to stuff our faces. Me, I have to unfollow people on social media that make some bomb freaking foods, but it's like I can't be around that. It's hard for me to eat clean when I'm around people who eat whatever, and that's okay, to each their own. But because I need to be around people that are like-minded, because I don't want to give into temptation and eat bad. Yeah, I already have my bad stuff that I eat. I have Starbucks. I take that every day. I drink it every day, and I'm not going to stop, not right now. But, I need to be around people that are going to help me to live this life, right? So many people are so negative about herbs. Herbs.
Baby, you don't have any,
We need tape. Do you want to go to Walmart?
That's fine.
Because it's already getting dark. Yeah, let's go to Walmart. Listen, the way I'm live right now, it's like I'm live for supporters. So y'all get a glimpse of what it is. We about to go to Walmart together, okay? So y'all better be, I don't know why. In the description, if I put the hashtag supporters, then I'm only live for that, but it's not working. So you guys get me publicly. It's good. There's some people.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish this one. I'm telling you guys, if you really want to be on a journey of self-healing, check her out. That's who you need in your life, okay? Check her out. Crystal Alkaline Doula. She has teas for after labor. She has teas for during labor. She has teas. Your kidneys are not working properly. Guess what? She has teas for that. My husband is taking no more anxiety to control his seizures. Another thing that I'm doing is valerian root. You guys, I'm able to prevent my husband from having seizures with valerian root. He's not in the room right now, and he's not well, okay? He's not in the room right now. I'm telling you guys, this is also why I don't like to talk about it sometimes. It's because, like, I am trying to keep myself afloat. You know what I'm saying? I swear, these last 3 or 4 days, he's been in pre-seizure mode. He changes whenever he's going to have a seizure. He will go like extremely one way or extremely another way, and he's not well. So I've been giving him valerian root throughout the day, and I'm taking like the valerian root I had said is Solaray, Solaray. Okay, Solaray. You can also get that brand from Amazon. I get that brand from Sprouts. Okay, Solaray. That is the most powerful valerian root I've ever had. I am able to stop him and calm his brain down with valerian root. That's how powerful it is. He takes kratom, but he doesn't like to scoop out the passion flower, and that's another thing. So before whenever I would see that he's in pre-seizure mode, passion flower would be able to get him back to where he's level. Sometimes whenever he's about to have a seizure, he refuses all medication. He doesn't want it because he thinks that, you know, this is just emotions that are normal for him. And it's not. I know, because I know who I married, and I know him sometimes better than he knows himself. So because he wouldn't take passion flower, I had to buy passion flower from the same brand that I get the valerian root. This stuff works even then. So passion flower I recommend from herbalmind.net. It's pinned down below, that right there, but also valerian root. So I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. It, like, seriously, just I can't begin to tell you how amazing valerian root is. Look it up. I don't need to tell you. Everything that I am telling you, go do your own research. Don't take what I'm saying as that's just the way it is. Go see. Like, this is real, you guys. We have to wake up and see how insane that we are making ourselves sick. It's us. They can put the commercials out. They can make it seem like you gotta do this, but it's up to you to follow it. And F that. I'm not a follower. No, thank you. I'm gonna take my own path, and I'm gonna take a detour. No, thank you. It's so crazy.